China has invested over $2 billion in Jamaica to date, raising questions about modern-day colonization. Let's explore the impact of these investments on the island nation. Jamaica, a land of vibrant culture, stunning landscapes, and a resilient spirit. Known for its reggae music, breathtaking beaches, and world-class athletes, this Caribbean nation has captivated hearts worldwide. But beneath the surface of paradise lies a complex reality. Enter China, a global superpower with an ambitious agenda and deep pockets. With promises of investment, infrastructure, and economic growth, China has positioned itself as a partner in Jamaica's journey towards prosperity. But as concrete is poured and ribbons are cut, a crucial question emerges: at what cost? The impact of Chinese investment is undeniable. The North-South Highway, a modern marvel slicing through the heart of the island, stands as a testament to China's growing influence. Ports, too, have been modernized and expanded with Chinese capital. On the surface, these developments signal progress, a much-needed injection of capital and expertise. However, beneath the gleaming facades of these projects lie concerns about transparency, labor practices, and the long-term economic implications. Some argue that China's involvement is a lifeline, a necessary boost to jumpstart Jamaica's economy. They point to the jobs created, the infrastructure improvements, and the potential for increased trade and tourism. Others, however, see a different narrative unfolding, one of debt-trap diplomacy and a slow erosion of sovereignty. Concerns about transparency and accountability fuel these anxieties. The relationship between China and Jamaica is a microcosm of a much larger global dynamic, one that demands our attention and scrutiny. The North-South Highway, a ribbon of asphalt connecting Kingston to Ocho Rios, is often hailed as a symbol of progress in Jamaica. But this symbol of progress comes at a steep price, one that Jamaica will be paying for decades to come. Built and operated by the China Harbor Engineering Company, the highway was financed through a loan from the Chinese government. For the next 50 years, the tolls collected on this highway will flow directly into the coffers of CHEC, a Chinese state-owned enterprise. This means that while Jamaicans and tourists enjoy a faster, more convenient route, the profits generated are not being reinvested in Jamaica's economy. Jamaica, in essence, has traded a vital piece of its infrastructure for a loan that will take generations to repay. And while the highway may bring some short-term benefits, the long-term implications for Jamaica's economic independence are troubling. Quick break here. We just hit 500 subscribers and we couldn't be more excited. If you're enjoying the content, please take a moment to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you never miss an update. We're pushing for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and with your help, we can get there. Now let's jump back into the video. The Kingston Container Terminal, a bustling hub of international trade, has also undergone a dramatic transformation thanks to Chinese investment. Expanded and modernized with Chinese loans and expertise, the terminal is now a major player in the region's shipping industry. The expansion has undoubtedly increased efficiency and capacity, allowing Jamaica to handle larger vessels and greater volumes of cargo. However, there's a catch. The terms of the agreement with China grant Chinese companies preferential access and control over significant portions of the terminal's operations. Is Jamaica simply becoming a transshipment point, a convenient stop on a global trade route dominated by Chinese interests? The impact of Chinese investment extends far beyond large-scale infrastructure projects. Across Jamaica, Chinese businesses have established a strong foothold, often with the support of generous tax breaks and government incentives. From supermarkets to construction companies, Chinese entrepreneurs have brought capital, expertise, and a competitive spirit to the island. While some welcome this influx of investment and job creation, others worry about the impact on local businesses and the potential for unfair competition. Local entrepreneurs often struggle to compete with Chinese businesses, which benefit from access to cheaper goods, lower financing costs, and a willingness to undercut prices. The influx of Chinese goods and businesses has also raised concerns about quality control and consumer protection. As Chinese investment continues to reshape Jamaica's economic landscape, whispers of unease are growing louder. Concerned citizens, community leaders, and even some government officials are beginning to question the true cost of these partnerships. One of the primary concerns is the lack of transparency surrounding these deals. The details of loan agreements, concessions, and tax breaks are often shrouded in secrecy, leaving many Jamaicans feeling like their government is making deals behind closed doors. There are also concerns about the potential for corruption. As the country becomes increasingly indebted to China, some fear that Jamaica is becoming overly reliant on a single powerful partner. The allure of foreign investment is undeniable, the promise of jobs, infrastructure, and economic growth. But what happens when the scales are tipped? When the playing field isn't level? Tax breaks, duty-free imports, and expedited approvals, these are just some of the perks often granted to Chinese companies setting up shop in Jamaica. While intended to attract foreign investment, these incentives often come at the expense of local entrepreneurs who find themselves struggling to compete. Imagine being a Jamaican shopkeeper, your shelves stocked with locally sourced goods, only to see a Chinese-owned megastore open across the street offering similar products at significantly lower prices. This disparity in treatment breeds resentment and frustration. It creates a two-tiered economic system where foreign companies, backed by their government's deep pockets, enjoy a significant advantage over local businesses struggling to stay afloat. A tale of two businesses, local struggles versus Chinese success. Let's meet two entrepreneurs, Mark, a third-generation Jamaican farmer, and Lin, a Chinese businessman who recently established an agricultural enterprise in Jamaica. Both are ambitious, hard-working, and committed to their ventures, but their stories unfold very differently. Mark inherited his small plot of land from his grandfather. He grows traditional Jamaican crops, yams, plantains, and callaloo, selling them at the local market. Across the island, Lin's agricultural operation is thriving. His greenhouses, built with Chinese loans and equipped with state-of-the-art technology, produce high yields of export-quality vegetables. While Lin's venture brings jobs and foreign currency, it also highlights the stark economic divide. Mark, like many local farmers, struggles to access the same opportunities and support, leaving him feeling like a second-class citizen in his own country. From markets to Main Street, the expanding reach of Chinese commerce. Walk down any major street in Kingston and you'll see them. Chinese-owned businesses, from bustling supermarkets and electronics stores to construction companies and restaurants. The economic footprint of China in Jamaica is expanding rapidly, extending its reach into every corner of the island's economy. For consumers, the influx of Chinese goods has meant access to affordable products, from clothing and electronics to household goods and construction materials. But this affordability comes at a cost. The influx of cheap Chinese goods has flooded the market, undercutting local producers and manufacturers who struggle to compete on price. This has led to the closure of factories, job losses, and a decline in local production. The expansion of Chinese commerce in Jamaica is a complex issue with no easy answers. Beyond the economic anxieties, a deeper crisis is brewing in Jamaica, a crisis of confidence. The growing influence of China, coupled with concerns about transparency and accountability, has eroded trust in the government and fueled a sense of unease about the future. Many Jamaicans feel like their government is making deals behind closed doors, prioritizing foreign interests over the needs of its own people. The lack of transparency surrounding loan agreements, tax incentives, and land leases has fueled suspicions and accusations of corruption. This erosion of trust extends beyond the government. Some Jamaicans view the influx of Chinese businesses with suspicion, questioning their motives and long-term intentions. Rumors and conspiracy theories abound, further fueling anxieties and social divisions. A society divided by suspicion and resentment will find it difficult to address the complex challenges it faces. To truly understand the dynamics at play in Jamaica, we need to zoom out to view this Caribbean island nation within the larger context of China's global ambitions. China, once a sleeping giant, has awakened, its economic and political might reshaping the world order. From Africa to Latin America, China is investing heavily in infrastructure, resources, and political alliances, challenging the traditional dominance of Western powers. Jamaica, strategically located in the Caribbean, a region long considered the American backyard, has become a key player in this geopolitical chess game. For China, investing in Jamaica is not just about economic gain, it's about securing a foothold in a strategically important region. The challenge for Jamaica is to leverage its strategic importance without becoming overly reliant on any single power. At the heart of China's global strategy lies the Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure and development project spanning continents and trillions of dollars. For developing countries like Jamaica, starved for investment and eager for economic growth, the BRI can seem like a godsend. The promise of new roads, ports, and energy projects is enticing, particularly when traditional lenders are hesitant to provide financing. However, beneath the glossy brochures and promises of shared prosperity lurk concerns about debt sustainability and potential loss of sovereignty. The loans provided by China for BRI projects often come with opaque terms and high interest rates, leaving countries saddled with debt they may struggle to repay. Critics argue that China intentionally lends money to countries knowing they won't be able to repay, ultimately leveraging this debt to extract economic and political concessions. From Beijing to Kingston, unpacking China's global ambitions. To understand China's motivations, we need to look beyond the economic arguments. China's leadership, driven by a deep-seated sense of national pride and a desire to reclaim its historical position as a global power, is playing a long game. The Belt and Road Initiative is not simply about building infrastructure, it's about building influence. By investing in strategically important countries like Jamaica, China aims to secure access to resources, markets, and political support on the world stage. For Jamaica, navigating this complex geopolitical landscape requires a delicate balancing act, engaging with China for economic opportunities while safeguarding its sovereignty and democratic values. Section 4, Beyond the Rhetoric. Examining the fine print of win-win deals. The language used to describe China's engagement with developing countries is often shrouded in diplomatic niceties. Win-win cooperation, mutual benefit, shared prosperity. But what do these terms actually mean in practice? One of the key criticisms leveled at China's overseas investments is the lack of transparency. Loan agreements are often shrouded in secrecy, making it difficult to assess the true costs and risks involved. Furthermore, while Chinese companies often employ local workers, the number of jobs created is often far less than initially promised. In many cases, skilled labor and management positions are filled by Chinese nationals, raising concerns about technology transfer and local capacity building. And then there's the issue of environmental sustainability. China's track record on environmental protection is far from stellar, and some of its overseas projects have been linked to deforestation, pollution, and other environmental degradation. For Jamaica, the key takeaway is this: scrutiny is essential. Section 5, a looming question: can Jamaica chart an independent course? As China's influence grows, the question for Jamaica, and indeed for many developing countries, is this: can they reap the benefits of Chinese investment without compromising their sovereignty, their values, or their long-term economic interests? The answer is far from simple. It requires a nuanced approach, one that recognizes the realities of the global power dynamics while remaining steadfast in the pursuit of Jamaica's national interests. Jamaica has a rich history of resilience, of overcoming colonialism and forging its own path. It's a country with a vibrant culture, a strong sense of national identity, and a people determined to chart their own destiny. The challenge now is to channel that spirit of independence, to leverage Jamaica's strategic location and human capital to build a future that is both prosperous and free from undue foreign influence. The road ahead may be challenging, but the stakes have never been higher. Voices from the frontline Jamaican business owners speak out. The human impact of China's economic engagement with Jamaica is vividly told through the experiences of everyday Jamaicans. In the bustling markets of Kingston and rural towns, local business owners grapple with challenges posed by this new economic reality.
It's like David versus Goliath, says Michael, a third-generation shopkeeper. We can't compete with the prices and volume of goods that Chinese businesses bring in.
Nadine, a restaurateur, shares Michael's concerns.
Our food, our culture, it's what makes Jamaica special, she says. But cheaper versions of our dishes take away from our heritage and livelihoods.
These stories reveal the human cost of globalization and the need for policies supporting local entrepreneurship. Experts weigh in on the geopolitics of debt. Moving beyond the anecdotal, we turn to academia, where scholars dissect China's engagement with Jamaica.
Dr. David Howard points to the historical context. Jamaica grapples with legacies of economic dependence. China's arrival echoes past relationships.
Dr. Susan Miller raises concerns about debt sustainability. Chinese loans inject capital but can lead to debt dependence. Experts agree. Jamaica must proceed with caution. Transparency and sustainability are crucial. Failure could threaten Jamaica's economic sovereignty. Jamaican youth grapple with an uncertain future. The true legacy of China's engagement with Jamaica will be written by future generations. Their dreams and aspirations are intertwined with the uncertainties of a rapidly changing world. We're growing up in a different Jamaica than our parents did, says Kamar, a university student. The world is more interconnected and China is a major player. Some view China's presence with apprehension, others see it as an opportunity. We can learn from China's entrepreneurial spirit, says Shanique, a young entrepreneur. There's a growing awareness of the need for Jamaica to define its own path. The future of Jamaica rests in the hands of its young people. A nation at a crossroads balancing development with sovereignty. Jamaica stands at a crossroads, its vibrant culture, its resilient people, its stunning landscapes caught in the currents of global power dynamics. The allure of Chinese investment with its promises of infrastructure development and economic growth is undeniable. Yet the potential risks to Jamaica's sovereignty, its economic independence and its democratic values cannot be ignored. The challenge for Jamaica is to balance development with preserving its hard-won sovereignty. This requires transparency, accountability, and the equitable distribution of benefits. The Jamaican people have a right to know the terms of these agreements and the long-term implications for their country. Accountability ensures these investments benefit all Jamaicans, not just a select few. Ultimately, Jamaica's future hinges on its people. Investing in education, healthcare, and entrepreneurship will empower Jamaicans to compete globally, to create their own opportunities and build a future where prosperity and sovereignty go hand in hand. The road ahead may be challenging, but the Jamaican people, with their indomitable spirit and their unwavering belief in their island nation, are well equipped to navigate the complexities of this new era. A crossroads of opportunity and risk, Jamaica's defining moment. Jamaica, land of wood and water, reggae rhythms and indomitable spirit, finds itself at a crossroads. The influx of Chinese investment, like a powerful wave, has reshaped the island's economic landscape, leaving both opportunity and uncertainty in its wake. The gleaming new highways, the bustling container terminals, these are tangible signs of progress, of a nation striving for its place on the global stage. But beneath the surface of this development boom lie questions that demand honest reflection. Can Jamaica embrace the economic benefits of this partnership without sacrificing its sovereignty, its identity, its very soul? Can it navigate the complexities of this new global order without becoming beholden to a single powerful player? The choices made today will reverberate for generations to come. This is not simply about economics. It's about the kind of future Jamaica wants to build for its children and grandchildren. It's about preserving the legacy of independence and self-reliance that has defined this island nation for centuries. The price of progress weighing the true cost of partnership. Progress, we're often told, comes at a price, but what is Jamaica truly giving up in its pursuit of economic development? The influx of Chinese capital has brought tangible benefits, infrastructure improvements, job creation. But these gains often come with hidden costs. Local shopkeepers struggle to compete with Chinese megastores. Farmers face an influx of cheaper imports. Young entrepreneurs are denied a level playing field. The promise of win-win cooperation rings hollow when local businesses are driven to the brink. Economic opportunities become out of reach for ordinary Jamaicans. As debt mounts and Chinese influence deepens, can Jamaica claim to be the master of its own destiny? This is about recognizing power imbalances and demanding a more equitable approach to development. Reclaiming the narrative, a call for transparency and empowerment. The future of Jamaica cannot be outsourced in opaque deals. It's time for the Jamaican people to reclaim the narrative. This starts with transparency. No more secret deals, no more backroom negotiations. The Jamaican people deserve to know how their future is being shaped, but transparency alone is not enough. Jamaica needs leaders who are accountable to their people. This is a call to action for all Jamaicans. Engage in the democratic process and hold leaders accountable. Jamaica's future unwritten, a testament to resilience and hope. The story of Jamaica is one of resilience, of overcoming adversity, of forging a unique identity. The spirit of Jamaica, the creativity, the entrepreneurial drive, the unwavering belief in a brighter tomorrow. One thing remains certain: Jamaica's future is unwritten. The power to shape that future rests in the hands of the Jamaican people. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on the bell notification so you never miss our latest content. While you're here, check out some of our other videos like the potential oil find in Jamaica and its history of corruption, or how Jamaica could have been the Singapore of the Caribbean. We dive deep into these important topics, and your support helps us keep bringing you more. See you in the next one.